Today I'm talking with Brian Davis. He's a senior engineer in the Council's Water Supply Planning Unit. We're up in this fabulous playground he's got of model railroading. So we'll be learning about that and about his work at the Council.
At the Metropolitan Council, I work in water supply planning. I'm a senior engineer in a unit that does the long-range water supply planning for the entire metro area. There are over 100 water utilities in our metro area, separate utilities from each of the communities, and we are responsible for looking at those utilities and the resource in a regional context and figuring out where the next million people that are coming here are going to get their water and what the impacts of that might be on natural resources, on the utilities, on water rates, conservation, all things like that.
What's the state of water supply in this region? Is it something we need to be concerned about?
I think it's something that we need to be concerned about and thinking about. We have an abundant water supply here, both surface water and groundwater. There are some long range and even shorter range concerns on impacts of groundwater withdrawals on streams, trout streams, on lakes, certain lakes in the area, aquifer decline in general in some places. So that's the quantity part. On the quality side, there are some locations in the metro area where there's contaminated groundwater, which communities have had to deal with for a while, but the regulations and the guidance levels for some of those chemicals is changing over time as more knowledge is gained about their impacts on human health.
So what do you do in particular from day to day? What's your job like?
My focus has been mostly on water efficiency lately and on water rates. And so I manage projects with the University of Minnesota that focus on industrial water efficiency and also on lawn irrigation efficiency. That's a big project we're working on right now with the University of Minnesota St. Paul campus and their turfgrass science program, looking at how communities can be more efficient in their irrigation practices.
What's something that you're proud of about your work?
The CHS Field project that we worked on with Metro Transit, the City of St. Paul, Capital Region Watershed District, and the St. Paul Saints, that's one that I like to look back on. The project where we're taking rainfall off of part of the Green Line operations maintenance roof, channeling it over to the Saints Stadium where they treat it and use it for irrigation of the ball field and toilet flushing at the stadium. That's something that was a real milestone, I think, for me and for the organization and also for the metro area, because it really helps spur some changes in state regulations regarding water reuse.
Where'd you get your green thumb?
I have no idea. I don't know where that came from. When I moved into this house with Mary Ann in 2007, she had a smaller garden back there and I had almost no interest in it. And after a year or two, I decided to help out with some things, and in my usual obsessive way, I just kind of did more and more until it became a really big thing.
What else do you like to do outside of work?
Oh my gosh, a lot of things. I like to do so many things. I was probably about 12 when I made this.
Oh, wow.
This is a train yard design.
I love it. And you were using the word facilities at age 12.
So it's not water supply, but it's a system.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a child, I drew things like that, layout ideas.
God, I love that. What's your earliest train memory?
When I was a kid in Chicago, my dad went to college at the University of Illinois Chicago Circle, which is downtown. And we lived in the suburbs. My dad took a commuter train to school. My mom took me to the train station twice a day on weekdays for about 4 years to drop Dad off or pick Dad up. And so I was pretty little, but I do have some vague memories of that. And I'm sure that's how this interest started, you know, because I saw trains all the time and they were associated with my dad coming home or whatever, so that was a good thing.
Talk about your electrical background. I mean, that's a huge component of this, is understanding wiring.
Yeah, I just taught myself. I bought that book, Teach Yourself Electricity and Electronics, and which is full of exams, and I took all the exams in this thing and scored myself. And then another one, Practical Electronics for Inventors. So I've read these, and I like it a lot. It's fun. maybe should have been an electrical engineer, turns out. New, old, new, old.
Ah, yeah, I can't really tell.
All of them I know. They're all like friends. I didn't choose to be interested in this. I don't remember saying, wow, that's interesting. I'm going to explore this. It's just something that has always been there for me. I think I just like the systems aspect of it and designing something that works, that represents something in the real world. I have a shortwave radio upstairs that I like listening to, hearing amateur radio operators from all over the planet. That's fun for me. I don't have a license and it's not a transmitter, so I can't talk to them, but that's something I want to do someday.
Wish my signal report that in your QTH, over. QSL, thank you for the fun time. Very nice to meet you, and hope to catch you.
That's so cool. You get to hear voices from all over the world.
Yeah, it's wonderful. All over the earth.
Well, Brian, I have so enjoyed speaking with you today. I'm kind of in awe of all the things that you're able to hold in your mind and keep track of and do and invent and create, and it's really been fun talking with you.
Oh, thanks. It's been fun for me too.
If you'd like to know more about the work of the Metropolitan Council, visit our website at metrocouncil.org.